Hi, my name is Jacob Gordon and I'm living healthy every day. Today I want to go through an interview with you that I did with Keara Palme. At 16, she was diagnosed with Hodgkins lymphoma, which is cancer of the lymphatic system. And we'll talk about her journey of how she got to where she is today, a health coach, a results coach, and an author. And we'll cover quick ways to break your patterns, how to lose weight and the psychology behind it, and asking ourselves the right questions to empower ourselves. And if you stick around until the end of the interview, I'm going to share a supplement with you that can improve your energy while making you feel 10 years younger. So let's get over to the interview.
So my name is Keara Palme. What's up? And I born in New York, grew up in Jersey, and just went through, I guess, a lot growing up. You know, this is a health-related show, so I'll start there. But when I was 16, I was actually diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma disease, which is cancer of the lymphatic system. And your lymphatic system is responsible for really cleansing out your body. And so I didn't have any of that. And I just felt like deathly sick and finally figured out that the source of it were, you know, these tumors that were cancerous. And that just like really rocked my world. And so from there, I just went on this like pursuit of passion because I started realizing like if I were to die today, then what did my life really mean? And so I really wanted to go find meaning and make a difference. And really, like, I bring that up first because I feel like I've lived two lives. Like, it was like pre-cancer where it was just mundane and lacked any sort of passion. It just seems like black and white. Mm-hmm. And then there's like post-cancer where, yeah, it was pretty colorful at times and not in the best way. But it's been lively, and now I'm in a place where I'm just like super excited to share everything I've learned and to be in a position to help other people. So from there, 16, yep, when I couldn't go to school, but I was fortunate I got into college, at least one. So it's kind of hard to take the SATs on all these chemo drugs. And then, you know, now I'm here. I'm a coach, a results coach, where I've been trained by the best, you know, some people that all of us know really well. And I'm just really counting my blessings every day and pinching myself because life is freaking fantastic.
That's amazing. So what did you do after you said you went through college and things like that? How did you treat yourself?
Oh my God, I was a train wreck. Yeah. Like, it was cool. Getting diagnosed with cancer was actually cool because it was the first thing that really broke my pattern. I feel like I was depressed leading up to that, honestly, and I don't think I
realized. For new people who are just tuning into this channel, what do you mean by breaking your pattern?
Yeah, so when you experience an emotion, like depression, for example, even as a kid, I feel like I was depressed. I just didn't really like anything. When I carried myself in public, I kind of had these shrugged shoulders, and I would kind of avoid eye contact or look at my feet, and I would focus on like, oh, is this person judging me? Why is this person so boring? Will they shut up? You know, everything in my brain that I was focused on was so terrible and so depressing, and as a result, I was depressed. So when I say you're doing your emotions, you're literally doing it. It's the way you carry yourself. It's what you focus on. It's the questions you ask yourself. So, for example, when I got diagnosed with cancer, I started saying, why me? Why me? And when you ask yourself shitty questions, you come up with really shitty answers. And our brains are problem-solving machines. We want to put meaning to everything. So we're constantly, and we don't realize it, but all of our thoughts are really questions followed by answers. And so when you're asking these bad questions, it'll lead you to a bad place. And that's where I felt I was, just on autopilot, without even realizing that that was my default place. Mm-hmm. So when I say I broke my pattern, it means I was just carrying along, and then all of a sudden I found out I had not even one tumor, but two, and I was like, like, what? And it just snapped me out of this thing that I was doing, which was depression. And all of a sudden, I was like, holy crap, you know, I got to do something. I got to change my life. I got to find passion, because it was the first time that I actually felt lucky to be alive. Mm-hmm. So that's what I mean when I say break my pattern.
Yeah. Wow, that's miraculous.
Yeah. Yeah. And you asked, how I treated myself afterwards. Like, even though I just told you I started feeling fortunate to be alive, um, it didn't really go that way. I started getting angry. I was pulled out of school, and when you're 16 and you just want to be cool and be all engaged with your peers, like that was social suicide to me.
Yeah.
And I lost my hair. And most people picture a cancer patient and see someone like totally emaciated, and that was me initially. But then with all the medication I was on, it made me retain so much water weight that I was just holding in 30 pounds of water, and I was bald and I looked like a water balloon. And I was just so insecure and upset about it. So, as a result of feeling bad about myself, I made bad decisions outwardly. Like the people I surrounded myself was the biggest thing, because I started getting into relationships, one in particular where I was looking for love. I was looking for excitement or variety in my life because things had been so hard on a regular basis, and I wanted something to distract me. But since I felt so terrible about myself, I chose people who treated me terribly, but I thought that was okay because I thought that was all I deserved. So I would put up with it and create these even worse situations for myself. These emotional roller coasters where we would be on the greatest high and then like crash and burn. So honestly, I was very volatile after cancer. People look at me and they're like, "Oh, you look so sweet," and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "You have no idea where I come from."
Yeah, really.
But first off, I'm from Jersey, New York. Both of those, and we are a little bit snappy to begin with. But second off, combine that with like being pissed off about having cancer, asking the wrong questions, "Why me, God?" and then pairing yourself with like the worst peer group that really brought me even further down. I just started lashing out, and the drugs I was on with chemo really did not help. They made me like bipolar and affected my mood. So, once and I was addicted to them. So I would go through withdrawals when I wasn't on chemo, which was like, I can't even explain what that feeling is. And now I understand, like, when drug addicts say, like, they're withdrawing and they, like, want you to play the violins, like, "Oh, it's so hard, though, to withdraw." I'm like, no, it is. Like, I've been there, and it's something I've never felt before. So, I was cured by the time I was 17, and I had just been living day to day thinking, okay, what's today going to be like? And I wasn't thinking about the road ahead, really. And then once I got cured, they're like, "Okay, it's time for college." And I was just like, "Wait, what? Like, what? Like, you think that I know what I'm trying to do with my life? Like, yesterday I was just trying to figure out if I was going to live, and now today you want me to, like, pick a career with, like, what the
Yeah.
So I was angry. I went away to college because I was like, peace, I want to get out of this place with all these terrible memories. I went to college, but once I got there, it was like me against the world. And so I really lashed out against people, found a relationship that was identical to the last one I was in because I still felt crappy about myself. So I'm still, you know, surrounding myself with the same type of people that really brought me down. And I'm not blaming them. They're wonderful people, but it was really me and the position I put myself in where we were toxic to one another.
Yeah.
And just all of my behaviors stacked up caused me to just have these outbursts where I would like literally hurt people. Like like I have been
Like physically or emotionally or both?
Both. Like I would cut people with my words, and mostly just the people I was dating, but just I would find reasons to be confrontational with people. I would find reasons to really get into an argument in like a freaking 7-Eleven where people are just trying to buy like a Slurpee, and just enjoy their day. And I'm like, trying to pick a fight for no reason other than the fact that I felt mad and I wanted to express it. And I wanted that attention.
Was
It
it for
was
like significance?
significant.
Is that what you
Yeah,
wanted? Yeah.
exactly. It was that significance, but in all the wrong ways.
Yeah.
And I certainly got it because yeah, and physically I hurt people as well. I mean, nothing crazy. Like I haven't shot anyone or anything like that, but I definitely got into some scuffles and I always won. So,
Always.
I don't know if I should be proud of that. Like but not really. But I can't be mad about what happened. I mean, thankfully nobody is like permanently hurt. But I can't be mad about my past. I can't be mad about the decisions I made because every decision that I made took me to where I am now. And I want everyone who's listening to this to realize that no matter what you're going through, right now is the perfect time to learn from everything you've been through.
So, what are some good questions to ask to get in a state of right now to focus on right now?
So, like I said in the past, like depression is doing. So people who are depressed might say, "Oh, why me? Why am I so lazy?" You know, and right now, if you really want to enjoy the present moment, say, "What can I do right now to make my day even more exciting?" And it's asking these questions that presuppose that, for example, you're already excited. Or like this one, like it presupposes you're already happy. Like, what can I do right now to feel even happier? And all you could do is literally get up, look in the mirror, give yourself a gun, shake your ass, smack your ass. And instantly it breaks you out of that pattern of doing a disempowering emotion. It's just a simple question like that. And your brain always will find an answer.
Yeah.
And if it can't find one now, it'll seek for one. And throughout the day, all of a sudden, subconsciously, you stumble upon an answer. Something makes you happier. It's these small little nuances, these small little changes that we can make that really stack up and give us so much more of a fulfilling life. And it's incredible.
Yeah, it's crazy. Life's all about it's not about the big things. It's all about the little things that keep stacking up and making what you are today.
Exactly. Like weight loss is the best.
You can be grateful for just like your heartbeat or a bird in the sky or just anything like that. Like your shoes are tied. You can be grateful for pretty much anything.
Exactly. And people are always trying to do these new things, like the latest and greatest new trend on social media. Oh, this will make you happy, that. Well, let's look at weight loss, for instance. It's not rocket science. Like, we all know how to lose weight. Just move your body and
yeah, so let's get into that. What is the best way to lose weight? Yeah.
The best way to lose weight, first off, create rituals. All right? New Year's resolutions don't work. Why? Because you're at such a pain point after the holidays. You feel like shit about yourself. Oh my God, I had cheesecake. I had pizza. I was drunk as hell last night. I got to do something. So your pain is so deep at that moment. And so you say, I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow, and this is my New Year's resolution. And then you start going to the gym, and you're like, oh, shit, I forgot how much I hate this. You know? And then you just start focusing on how much you hate the gym, and then you start losing steam. You start forgetting why you even went to the gym in the first place. You went to the gym because, yeah, you wanted to lose 60 pounds or whatever. But you forgot why it was that you wanted to do that. You forgot that the reason you wanted to lose weight was to set an example for your daughter, to be a role model to other people, to lead by example, to be a person who sets goals and achieves them. You forgot that that's actually why you wanted to lose weight.
So there's meaning behind it you have to remember.
What'd you say?
There's meaning behind it that you have to remember.
Exactly. And as long as you have a strong enough why, then the how literally takes care of itself. However, you need to instill daily rituals in your life. Literally schedule them in your calendar. Go to the gym and make it, even if it's a half hour, put it in your planner, see it on your calendar so you know this is my commitment. I'm committed to going to the gym. I'll do whatever it takes. And reframe your mind. Think about, if you hate running, well, you can do something else. But let's say you hate everything about the gym. Well, you need to reframe your focus. So you ask yourself, what can I notice, appreciate, or believe about going to the gym that could make me enjoy it more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something Tony Robbins taught me. It's thinking about something you really love and thinking about why you want it.
Mm-hmm.
How it meets your human needs of certainty, variety, significance, love, connection, growth, contribution. For example, I love singing. It gives me variety. Like it's weird. Like I never know what I'm going to say, so it's unpredictable,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fun. So I used to hate doing cardio. So then once I went on the treadmill, I'm like, what can I notice, appreciate, or believe about being on the treadmill that would make me appreciate it more? So I'm like, well, if I'm looking for variety, maybe I could just throw in a fist pump every so often. Or maybe I can appreciate the fact that I'm dating someone who's getting exponentially sexier and exponentially in greater shape. And I got to keep up with that, because if I'm going to be in a picture next to him, I can't be looking like a beached whale. So, like, as I'm running, I feel like I'm running to, like, my body, and I'm, like, thinking of us standing on the beach, like, looking good as hell. And I'm like, all right, I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
So if you want to lose weight, daily rituals. However, you cannot outwork a poor diet. So if you're eating McDonald's and you're going to the gym for a half hour, there's really not much great that you can do with your health.
Mm-hmm.
So it really comes down to diet. What I advise people is to just eat whole foods. When you're shopping at the grocery store, literally just shop in the produce section and the frozen section, where you can get frozen vegetables and fruits,
Mm-hmm.
because those don't lose any nutrients in the process of being frozen. They're picked when they're most ripe and put directly in a bag. Like, canned food does lose nutrients because it has to be heated, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say just buy those one ingredient foods. Start cooking for yourself, and
So
you can do
close to a raw diet, but cooking the raw food.
Yeah, and if you eat meat, like I do eat meat, like I would love to be raw, but it just doesn't work with me. I've tried every diet in the book. I'm a health
Mm-hmm.
coach, so everything I learn about, I do, because I want to know what these other people are going through, and it doesn't work for me. However, I eat small amounts of meat, but it's buying high quality meat. The grass fed beef,
Oh man, that is
the
expensive.
organic chicken, and people
Yeah.
are like, oh, this is so expensive. And if you want to think about it that way, that's not going to empower you. But if you think about how expensive hospital bills can be in the long run, if you're
Mm-hmm.
just going to the drive-through, eating off the dollar menu, saving all your money, think about how much money your hospital bills are gonna cost you in the long run. And that
Yeah.
sounds dramatic, but am I speaking the truth? Come on, Jacob.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I went on a raw vegan diet for 6 months until I found out I had low carnitine levels. And then
Mhm.
every day I started adding in just like a small little bit of steak every day, just so I can raise those carnitine levels. And I
Yeah.
noticed the steak was important, but I had a goal to raise my carnitine levels because I was deficient in that. And so
Mhm.
I could visualize my outcome, and I knew that buying into this was actually an investment for myself and not just
Exactly.
I'm spending money.
Exactly. And I want everyone to realize that you are your greatest investment.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you're your greatest asset, actually. No car that you have at the end of the day, no house. When you're on your deathbed,
Absolutely.
none of that stuff's going to matter. So, that's why I'm so intense, you could say, about investing in myself, and that's investing in high quality food. I invested to become a health coach because I wanted to know how to treat my own body. I invest in personal development, seminars, education, so that I can grow, because I know at the end of the day, the cars, the clothes, the houses, they can all go. But at the end of the day, you are only guaranteed to have yourself, and only you, for the rest of your life. So it's so critical to take care of yourself while you have the privilege of doing it.
Well, you know that firsthand. Absolutely, right?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
It's so much fun.
So
I love
losing weight is a key to creating good habits and eating
Mhm.
correctly with proper nutrition and diet.
Yeah, and understanding the reason why. Like I was talking about with exercise, what can
Mm-hmm.
I notice, appreciate, or believe about this? But make sure you understand why you're going to the gym. Make sure if you're going on a healthy diet, and I would say journal this, because your thumb is connected to your brain. So when you write things down, it leaves an even greater impact on your brain, like an imprint. And your brain is what's called plastic, meaning it can be reshaped, remolded. The wiring in your brain can always change. So the more you write things down, the more you condition something by putting it in your calendar, making it a commitment, and following through and actually doing it, it changes the grooves in your brains to the fact that you don't even have to think about things anymore. You're just doing them. But it all starts with the reason why. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to eat whole foods? Why do you want to lose weight? Write it out. Figure out as deep as you can go, and it could be like a fear of losing marriage. Like for some people it's that deep, but that's how deep you have to get. Even sometimes bring yourself to tears, because even though it's pain or sadness, that's all energy. And so you can use that energy, channel it into your goals, and really kick ass.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I went to a seminar, TEDx conference, and one of the speakers was talking about the reason for pain. And in China, they believe that pain is actually a reason to compel us to move forward, to do greater things, to avoid pain, really.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's what I learned. I mean, let's take a look at you. You had this very rare situation happen with your kidneys, right?
Or gallbladder.
What was it?
Gallbladder.
With your gallbladder. Yeah. So because of this, because of all of the pain you experience and all the confusion and the frustration of not having the answers to your problem, like I said, like our brain is always trying to solve problems, and you still really don't have a solution. But because of all this pain you're in, now you're on a motherfucking mission. You're like, I want to help people. I want to help people all across the world get healthy. So as an example, you can make the greatest pain that you've gone through be your greatest gift. But it all starts with a choice. And that's the same with me. Cancer was a deep pain point. But I changed my life because I realized, holy crap, everything that I learned through that experience, I wanted to help other people with that message. So no matter how bad life is, realize, people, it's only as bad as you choose to think it is. But the pain that you're in is great energy. It's great energy that you can use as momentum to start a movement, to help people. And that's usually where an entrepreneur's journey begins, is at that deep, deep place, that deep low, because they say, holy crap, I don't ever want anyone else to go through this. And so I got myself out of this hole. So now if there's anyone else in the world that's in this hole, I want to jump down into it with them and guide them out step by step, because I've been there, I've lived it, and I've gotten my ass out of that hole.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. That's a true leader there. Let's do that. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, man.
Let's see. So now you do coaching, right? You went so after college, you kind of figured out yourself, and then you did coaching, right?
Right.
You wanted to help people.
It took a while for me to figure out myself, because I graduated college and was like, oh, I hate the real world. So I went from job to job to job to job. I just dabbled in a bunch of things, thinking hopefully maybe one day I'll like one of these. But that was never the case, because I hated every job and kept quitting every one. I honestly think I've had more jobs in 1 year than most people have ever had in a lifetime. But that was the beauty of it, because I got so much experience. And then someone dragged me to Tony Robbins' seminar called Unleash the Power Within. It was actually she's my aunt, and she saw how lost I was. I was just in a hole, and again, with the bad questions and the disempowering states, my question was why can't I just figure myself out? Why am I felt like a loser, and I told my mother that. I'm like, I just feel like I'm a loser. Why can't I get it together? And I was just really confused. And so I went to Unleash the Power Within, changed my life. I highly recommend it to anybody listening to this. But from there, you have to really immerse yourself in environments like that, because the seminars are great, but the difference, and Tony calls it that 2 millimeter edge, where you could be doing great at something, my body, I consider my body to be pretty great. But for me to get that 2 millimeter edge, that small little extra oomph, I hired a personal trainer. And people say, you're a personal trainer. Why did you do that? I said, because I want someone to kick my ass now. And I want that extra edge to just take it to the next level.
So what's a good way to describe this 2 millimeters for people who haven't been to Tony Robbins before?
The 2 millimeter shift is something, it's just the smallest difference that will help you exponentially in life. For example, if I were to just say, stand up as tall as you can and put your arms up as high as you can. Most people just go like this. But they don't realize you can stand on your tippy toes. You always have that much more to give. And it's that amount that will create the biggest growth in your life, your business, your relationships, whatever it is. You can always give that much more. And that's just the 2 millimeters, but it changes the game.
Absolutely.
So, crap, what was the question now? I got so taken away.
Using that for exercise, right?
Yes. What was it? Anyway, so I was talking about the 2 millimeter shift. Okay, I became a coach. Yes. That's where coaching comes in. Immersion. You can go to these events and love them. I can name some. I've never been to Landmark, but that's the next one I'm going to because I hear so many incredible things about it. There are so many great events. There's no one leader who's the best because, in my opinion, it's great to take some influence from each one and model each and become your own entity. But I became a coach, yes, because after Unleash the Power Within, we learned so much about health. And I know you know this because it seemed to have changed your life a lot as well. And that's when I decided, holy crap, I want to become a health coach. And that's when coaching began for me. I became a health coach. I became a personal trainer. And from there, I realized a lot of people had limiting beliefs about following a workout plan, or, I kept noticing that self-sabotage was coming up in a lot of my clients because they hadn't been able to shift their identity yet to that of one that empowered them. Mm-hmm. If people consider themselves big boned, then no matter how great a diet's going, they're going to sabotage it because if they see that they're losing weight and all of a sudden they're lean, then they're like, oh, that's not who I am. I'm big boned. Mm-hmm. So then they'll find ways to put weight on, and they don't even realize that they're doing this. And so I wanted to understand why that happened. So I took it to the next level, and I got certified in neuro-linguistic programming. And then from there, I met a Robbins coach, and he really enlightened me. And from there, I went through even more extensive trainings to become like a results-focused coach that really helps people get anything done that they want to get done in order to live a more fulfilling life.
Mm-hmm. So how can people book you and get you scheduled?
I would say find me on Facebook. You can message me there. And that's really the best way because I'm always there. And also you can watch my videos. I'm posting videos every day to just share my thoughts. And if they resonate with you, please message me, reach out to me. And then I'll send my booking calendar. But it's facebook.com/Keara Palme. And my name is spelled really funky. It's KEARAPALMAY. And you can tag me in this so they can just click on it, right?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys, for watching. And since you stayed around until the end of the episode, I'm now going to tell you about a supplement that you can take that will improve your energy, CoQ10. It is naturally produced in the body, but as we age, our bodies produce less of this. So what is CoQ10? It is actually called coenzyme Q10. It's a natural antioxidant that's synthesized by the body. It's found in many foods, and there are two supplemental forms, ubiquinol, which is the antioxidant form, and ubiquinone, which is the oxidized form. CoQ10 is vital part in the chain of metabolic chemical reactions that happen within our cells and is found in every cell in our body, such as your kidneys, your liver, and your heart. So therefore, CoQ10 helps every cell produce more energy. Along with energy, CoQ10 is beneficial for the heart since it helps maintain the normal oxidative state of your LDL cholesterol, helps assure blood circulation, and it supports optimal functioning of the heart muscle. Also, CoQ10 boosts the immune system and supports the nervous system too. It can reduce the number and severity of migraine headaches, improve sperm motility in men. It can treat inflammation from gingivitis. And this is something anyone over the age of 40 must take. Since CoQ10 is fat soluble, it's important to take it with a fat containing meal. I like to take it in the morning with avocado. Thanks again, guys, for watching. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so below and like my Facebook page for more info. And if you're dedicated to jump-starting your life and getting healthy fast, then head over to my website, livinghealthyallday.com, and sign up for a free guide on how to build up your adrenals with proper diet and supplements. That's all I have for this video, and have a fantastic day and stay beautiful.